Hello and welcome on behalf of Friday Night Final and for Score on Air and Cap City Preps. We have a very special guest for you guys today. Pickerington North star and future Ohio State Buckeye, Jack Sawyer. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you guys for having me on.
Oh, absolutely. A pleasure to have you on. But first, I guess I want to start with your high school playing days. You've been playing, you said, since second grade.
Yes, sir.
And all of a sudden, you have a fall where you're not playing football. What have you been up to?
Yeah, it's been different. Just been trying to work as hard as I can off the field. Just trying to take care of everything I can. I definitely went and got a nutritionist, so I've been taking my meals way more seriously than I have in the previous years. It's paying off. Seeing my body transform a lot in the last few weeks. Just keep trying to work out. Get better each day.
All right. Well, I want to jump back to several years. You committed as a sophomore, but even before that, we were talking off air. What is this recruiting process like? You go to bed one night, you're just Jack Sawyer. The next morning, you wake up, #1 recruit in the country. Not even Ohio, the country. What was that like? Can you kind of walk us through what that experience would be from your own eyes?
Yeah, like you said, they don't really give you a heads up. The rankings just kind of come out one day. Like you said, you wake up and tweets out there with a list of the top 300 kids in the country, and you happen to be the #1 player in the country. And it's a bunch of different emotions. It's definitely humbling. It's very exciting. A lot of people congratulate you and talk to you about it. But like you said, it's just different. It's cool to be at the top. It just makes you want to work that much harder and get that much better. Like you said, just one day it just comes out. So just gotta keep working and stay at the top.
Now, like right after you hear that news, do you get like an extra bit of pressure that I guess is added onto that? Or are you just kind of taking it another day at a time? Nothing's changed except there's a site now that says you're the best player in the country.
Like you said, nothing's changed. I'm still Jack. I'm still Jack. It just pushed me to work that much harder. Now it's a lot of eyes are on me. Everyone's trying to watch and see if this kid's really that good, and hearing a bunch of stuff about me. So I just gotta keep working. Really, is all I can really say, and just stay humble and stay hungry and keep enjoying the process.
All right, now you did mention that this year you're not going to be playing at Pickerington North. What led to your decision to forego your senior season and focus on getting in shape for the Ohio State schedule and even spring practices?
Yeah, yes, sir. Like you said, with all the uncertainty, surrounding this whole situation in high school football, with the COVID-19 pandemic going on, you never know week to week. A week before the game, it could get, or a day before the game, it could get pushed back a few weeks. And at the point of my career, I just can't really afford to miss out on workouts and miss out on games. If they keep getting pushed back, or if the season comes out and gets postponed, it's just all the uncertainty. I can't miss out on these valuable times to work out and get ready for my early enrollment at Ohio State. Because when I get in there, it's gonna be on. So I just want to walk in there ready to play.
Sure. Now you mentioned how uncertain everything was with the high school season going in. Did that, I guess, make it easier for you to decide to just focus on Ohio State and stay healthy effectively for an entire year?
Yeah, exactly. It definitely made it. In my head, I would never skip my senior season if this pandemic wasn't going on. What I mean? If everything was just normal, I'd definitely be out there playing, with my brothers for one last time. But like I said, the uncertainty, like you said too, it's kind of made the decision make sense. You know what I'm saying? So from that standpoint, it kind of made it easy.
Sure. Now, you've been committed to Ohio State now for 2 years, since your sophomore year. You grew up right in the backyard of Ohio State. Mm-hmm. Have you always been a Buckeye fan, or is this kind of a new love now that they've been following you around?
Yeah, so I've been a Buckeye fan ever since I was little. I've seen a bunch of pictures of me wearing a James Laurinaitis jersey, running around the backyard at the Buckeye parties with my parents, tossing the football and whatnot. So I've definitely been, instilled a Buckeye in me. But then, it kind of fizzled off for a while in 7th and 8th grade. I didn't really watch them or pay attention to them, I should say. But, definitely when I took that first visit and started getting recruited by them, the love definitely came back right away.
So was there ever a doubt that you would be a Buckeye? Or if you weren't a Buckeye, was there a school that really kind of resonated? You're like, I can see myself playing there.
Yeah, definitely early on in the process, my dad was big on taking my time and really seeing everything out, feeling everything out, looking at the best coaching staff, life after football. Can this coaching staff and this team get me to the next level, which is the NFL? And looking at all those different avenues, and once once we sat down and thought about it, once Coach Day got the job with Coach Johnson being the defensive line coach and seeing the players he's coached and took to the NFL, it was kind of a no-brainer at the end of the day. So that's why I shut it down so early in my recruitment.
So the Ryan Day hiring actually really kind of pushed you to Ohio State. Because, a lot of people with the Urban Meyer departure were thrown off.
Yeah, I loved Urban Meyer too. When he said he was stepping down, everything was kind of up in the air, and I was like, wow, that kind of, it hurts the chances at first. But then, as soon as Coach Day got the job, he made it known, to me and my family that I'm a big priority for him. I'm the number one priority for him. So after that, going on that visit the first day, meeting all his kids and his wife, and him just kind of sitting down and talking about life and football with me, I kind of realized that's a guy I want to play for. And everyone's finally seeing how great of a coach he is now as well with that season we just had. Still burns me to this day, the Clemson game, but we don't have to get into that. But you kind of get where I'm coming from with that.
Absolutely get where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
But we're going to go back to better Buckeye times here.
All right, there we go.
When you were talking about you were growing up, you mentioned James Laurinaitis and wearing his jersey.
Yep.
Were there players at a young age that you looked up to that you tried to emulate your game or might have pushed you to even be a defensive end today?
Yeah, when I was younger growing up, I always ran the ball. I was always a linebacker, so I watched Beanie Wells. I think when I was real young, James Laurinaitis, because I was a linebacker back then. Loved watching him play, and then as of recently, Joey Bosa, the Bosa brothers, Tyquan Lewis, Chase Young, Sam Hubbard. The list goes on. So definitely ton of talent, ton of NFL players nowadays that I can look to and see what they did at Ohio State and how it translated for them for their career in the NFL.
I'm glad that you actually brought up the pedigree that Ohio State's had recently at defensive ends. It's really, Ohio State's known as DBU.
Yes, sir.
But people don't really talk about, they churn out defensive ends.
Oh, it's DNU too.
It's DNU too.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Now, with that, is that something that kind of made you want to go there more to be a part of that legacy? Or is there kind of a uncharted waters to go into a place where, you've been the big dog at your school, all of a sudden you have to follow a long line. Oh, no doubt. Like you said, it's a long line. The shoes are big to fill, but I'm kind of a guy that I kind of feed off that type of energy. You know what I mean? I love that the shoes are big. I wouldn't want it any other way. Because if you see when you come in, you do what you do, and you fill those shoes like Chase Young did with Nick Bosa and Joey Bosa. You go third round of the draft and you get paid $30 million off a signing bonus. So I think that if I go in there, work as hard as I can and do what I do, take all the coaching seriously and pay attention in every little detail of every aspect of being a defensive end, and I think that I'll be right down the same line. So hopefully that's what I can do. Absolutely. You hear a lot of defense fans talk about how they'll emulate their game after a previous pass rusher or so.
Right.
Do you have someone in mind that reminds you of your style of play, or are you just, I'm Jack Sawyer, this is who I am, I'm going to make my own legacy, so to speak?
I kind of see both sides of that. I understand when kids get mad, I'm the first so and so. I'm the first Jack Sawyer. Let's say that. But at the same time, man, if they're comparing me to Chase Young or comparing me to a Nick Bosa, that's awesome. You know what I mean? How can you want to say no? I don't want to be compared to that when they've been the best at what they do year in and year out at that position. So I love all the comparisons. I definitely think I'm unique in my own way at the same time, but I just try to take every little aspect of each of their games that I can and try to emulate it. So to become the best pass rusher and best defensive end I can be.
All right, folks. Well, we'll be right back on the Friday Night Final with more from Jack Sawyer right after this.
The future of In the Moment and In the Know media is now. And the Ohio Media School's Next Level Education program is bringing you the know-how to make your creative vision a reality. Send your message, your music, your art, and your talent to the next level with the Ohio Media School.
Do you have design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Hello and welcome back to the Friday Night Final. I'm your host, Wally Lukachinsky. This is brought to you by Score on Air and Cap City Preps. We are joined today by Jack Sawyer, Pickerington North star and future Ohio State Buckeye. You just saw your cousin John on the Theater People commercial there. What's your takes on his acting ability?
Man, I'm thinking it's probably about a 2 out of 10 there, John. Come on, man. You don't. What are we doing? We flexing for a photo shoot or what? Lean back like that. Come on, man. I expected better, but nah, I'm just playing. He did all right. Probably his first time on camera, so 5'0" did all right. You did all right, John. Good job.
Now, question for you on a non-football side.
Yes, sir.
Once you get to Ohio State, is there anything that you're, assuming things get relatively back to normal soon, that you're extra excited for beyond just playing in front of 110,000 people at the shoe?
That's a tough question. I'm definitely excited just to get around all the guys, my 2021 commit class. I haven't seen them in, it seems like a year, because last time we could see each other was last November, at a game, and I couldn't go because I just had surgery on my MCL, but I can't wait to see those guys. You know what I mean? It feels like we haven't seen some of your best friends for years. Because we haven't seen each other for so long. But I'm just excited to get around the guys again and have a good time. So it's gonna be fun.
Now you mentioned the special 21 class that you guys are putting together right now. What exactly is that like behind the scenes? Because from the outside, we just see you guys, hey, commit, hard commit.
Right.
We don't know that you guys actually do interact and establish friendships on the outside.
Yep.
Is that something that I guess is more of a testament to the school, or are you guys trying to build this class the way it has, I guess, formed into a super class?
Yeah, no, we're definitely a unique class. I don't think all the classes previously are as close, and talk every day like we do. Because, we have a group chat and, we talk every day. So it's kind of cool that, a class filled with 17 guys are always talking and, always communicating, building the bonds up before we even get there. So when we do get there, our brotherhood's that much stronger and we just get to work with each other. So, I definitely think it's a testament to how good the coaching staff's done with us as well, bringing us all together. So I think it's a mixture of how the school is and how our personalities are in the group chat. A bunch of great kids in there too, great players as well. So we are a special class. That term's used a lot with us.
All right, so before the show, we were talking about you used to play quarterback last year at Pickerington North.
Yes, sir.
You started 0-3. You take over. You guys go to the playoffs. What was it like to be on that side of the ball opposed to you're usually chasing after quarterbacks?
Yeah, it was different. Definitely learning the playbook, learning how to drop back. I was just catching and standing there, and they're like, that's not how you do it. And I was like, all right. So we had to learn that, learning the mesh points, with the read option and all that. But, it was fun. It was definitely, a new challenge that I like to overcome. Obviously was kind of just thrown into the fire. But like I said, it was fun. It was challenging at times, but I liked it. It was different. Being able to run the ball again like I was in 8th grade or back when I was like in 5th grade, it felt good again to be able to run the ball. But I'm happy to be on the defensive side of the ball full time now. So
sure. Now, do you think that being a quarterback in a conference in division as difficult as that you guys played in was going to help you for a football IQ perspective on the defensive side of the ball, or is that really just it's two different things, so it's not a big deal?
Yeah, it's kind of two different things, but at the same time, you kind of get a feel for what the quarterback would do. If I'm rushing to this side, what's he going to do? Is he going to spin out of it, reverse out, or is he going to step up and run through the middle? From that side, that point of it, you kind of get a little feel for what the quarterback would be doing at that point.
And finally, in the Big Ten, we obviously got decent quarterback play.
Yeah.
You get to see a lot of these guys on national TV throughout the year. Is there one of these guys in particular on the Big Ten schedule or beyond, just non-conference, that you're really excited to get after?
I'm excited to get after all the quarterbacks, in the country and all
Good
the quarterbacks
answer.
in the Big Ten. But if I had to pick one, why not make it the team up north? I want to get after them the most, get after their quarterbacks the most. I'd love to get after them and get a few sacks. So definitely would say the team up north.
All right, and that's about all the time we have today. Jack, thank you so much for stopping by. You're welcome more than any time. Is there any final thoughts you have for us today?
No, man, I just thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're going to toss it back now to the Friday Night Final.